Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. This weekend we're working on March and April's block, and of course I have March done just because they're not very hard projects, but I figure we can kind of get this done, the 12 done in 6 sort of thing. So this is my March, and I put some foliage on the tree. Yeah, it's mine. You know, I could do whatever I like, right? I did a bit of a little fence, and I put the mailbox in the door of the house this time, okay? And I'm going to do the same for this one. It's going to be in the door in the house. And of course this little window has a little window box, and you can add as many things as you like. I think I might put a sun up here as well, and then I've got a couple of really nice fun buttons to represent a window which is clear, and then I have a little brown little button for the doorknob. So I love those two. Those are going to go together. So if you're just catching up with this is January's from last week, and then we have February's, which we added some hearts, and then there's actually one of these actually had a heart button. What did I do with the, oh, here it is. I think I might put it over in this house. I should probably put it over in the Valentine house. Might switch that around. Anyways, it's a little white heart button, and it's so cute. So anyways, I'll have to use that. And I have a little more of a gray to brown sort of colored button because there's a wheelbarrow in the April block. So, but you don't have to put it in. It's up to you. I even put a clothesline on mine with a nice little quilt that's very 3D. Ha ha. So that's what I've done so far. I've got my house placement where I would like it. Just going to need to twist it just a little bit, and then it's going to look like, oh, no, I've just messed it up. It's going to look like the, you know, clothes in the backyard or hanging on the line. And it's a beautiful, windy, gorgeous day, and everything is getting beautifully done. So let's put that one together. Okay. Just put a few little pins in to stabilize it. Where's my chimney? I had a chimney here. There we go. Nice little bright green chimney. And I thought maybe this fabric was a little bit much, but you know what? I don't care. I really like it. So there it is. And there it shall be. I could put right about there. There we go. Works for me. Let's put a little pin so it stays. Oh. And I got a yellow step and a blue door. You know, use some solids, use some prints, have some fun. It's your little housey village. You do what you like. I'm going to put one more pin down in this corner here. And then I'm just going to zigzag all the way around to stabilize it. And I have some blue thread in the machine, and I got cream in the bottom. And we're just going to have some fun putting this fun one together. All right, wake up, Nomi. Of course, you can start and stop. I'm going to start and stop where I'm going to put a step so you don't see any of those stitches. I may put one step, I may put 2 steps. It doesn't really matter. Oh, here we go. And it's on the zigzag, and like I said, I chose a nice complementary blue thread to stitch around in. I could use purple, yellow, green, black. You can use, if you be consistent, keep it all black or all gray or all white, you know. Have fun. I'm using different colors for different blocks. I got the thread. I can have some fun. And this isn't long arm thread I'm using, it's just normal sewing thread. Hem dresses with them, and you buy a spool and all you're doing is a dress. You get a lot left over, so I have lots of colors to play with. Just trying to hold it in place. And of course this has been all stabilized with the medium to lightweight stabilizer to make sure it gives a bit of stiffness to the block as well as a bit of texture too, and stabilizes it to the fabric. So you're not going to get this block coming off this block, like the house coming off this block, because it's stayed down and stitched down through a stabilizer as well as the material. Some things over years and years and years would have a tendency to fray right where it's been stitched down, and those threads just work their way past the stitches, and then it's gone. The project's gone. And if you have projects like that, it's because there was no stabilization underneath. Just helps hold the stitches there. Helps reinforce that edge of fabric. Since now it's so fragile, we've cut it. We've cut all those fibers, right? So Some are going to stretch some ways, some are going to stretch other ways. Just try and treat it the best you can by using that stabilizer. And of course, you could just use a heat and bond. That's the same thing. It stabilizes the fabric and sticks it all together. And you can just heat it around, or maybe just do some fancy little blanket stitch on, you know, your cottage or trailering or whatever you happen to be doing, or just want to do some work in front of the TV or social time with people. You can always just do some blanket stitches around as a nice accent, colorful. It adds character. So, all right, so that is the house stitched down. Oh, I lost my roof, or my chimney. Oh no! Oh, I didn't realize that. Snugs. Okay, didn't realize that till right now. Silly. Okay, so let's make a little hole. Since we made a boo-boo, we need to make a hole so we can slip our chimney under. Okay, because we didn't do that, and we were supposed to. It's the first one I've missed. Well, it's only 1 out of 4. It's not bad odds. Alright, can we stick that little corner in there? Do we need more? I think we need more. Alright, let's come a little this way. And we're just going to go right back over this, so don't worry about it. You can clean up all the loose ones in the back. Help clean up the front. Position your chimney. There we go. Much better. Huh, come on. That must have slipped out. Clearly the pin didn't hold, or when I took the pin out it moved and I didn't notice. Whoops. Alright, now back over. Just to make sure it's staying in. And then we'll work the chimney on either side here. You can do some fun stitches. If you have brown, you can make little fun stitches so it looked like it was brick or stucco. There's lots of choices. This really allows you to, you know, implement your own ideas on these blocks. All right. Of course, there's a few threads to trim up. We can deal with those. There we go. That's pretty cute so far. Okay, now let's add our door. Actually, let's do our dormer first. Yeah, and I chose a nice lighter color. And I'll put it up underneath here so maybe Pop has less editing to do and I can just add it all up in here so you can see it. There we go. Just put that in its place. Pop a couple of pins in to hold it. Just need to hold it while you're going around. Like I say, you could use a decorative stitch. You can just use the heat and bond for this and keep all your stitches to the fun stuff or the outside stuff or whatever. So many. And it's just a tight little zigzag, not too big. Just trying to make sure I'm covering the raw edge of my stabilized fabric and the fabric it's going on top of. Okay, and then foot up all the way and pivot. There goes the glasses and the seam, the snips. I shouldn't have put them up there anyways. And you could add sequins, you could add for like outside lights and things like that, or solar lights in the yard, or, you know, think of it. Put bird feeders, we put a plane going past, doesn't matter. All right, now let's do our door and our little mailbox. In our little mailbox, I have just a little tiny bit of this. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Little ladybug fabric, and I cut just a bug out with a little bit of space. And I kind of wanted this to go a little bit more over this way. There we go. And we'll put that right in the middle of the door. That's super cute. I think I'm actually just going to pin that one right now, and I'm going to probably stitch it down with white after we get all this blue stuff done. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a pin there for the moment. I won't sew over it. I'll just sew around it. Okay, and I'm going to put my bottom step on. So that'll be a nice yellow step. Let's not try and twist this around too much to lose things off the desk. And you have different shaped doors. This one's just a bit of the same like the January block. You can mix them up, mix and match. I like the little bit one with a curve. So I guess there's only so many ways you can go. So here, let's just put this way so we don't lose it. Like I said, and I'll stitch that down with white. Move that right out of the way. Okay. Now, let's grab our step. Did I lose it? No, I didn't lose it. Okay. First we'll trim up that one, but it's the snips are somewhere. I don't know where they even rolled to. I got another pair. That's why we have lots. We have lots of pairs. So hopefully the microphone is sounding okay. Pop had to get a new one. So, well, not the microphone, the whole microphone, but just the connector piece that was causing a bunch of static. So we apologize for that. Unfortunately, it does happen. Happens to drive us crazy when it happens. Colors that would make the colors of the house pop out, like the light blue for the door, the yellow step in here, you know, those sorts of things, and even the red wheelbarrow. There's some red and stuff on there, so I thought, why not? No one says I can't listen to them anyways. Okay. Stop on the outside. And on the wheelbarrow, they do say right on the pattern here, because you will see, actually I'll show it to the camera here, the wheelbarrow is a bit of a different shape. Well, mine actually is that way because it's reverse. And wheelbarrow handles and stand are embroidered. So we just do ziggy-zaggies and then we add a button. Okay, so and then there's like the window flower box and the bottom step and the post rails. I use the post rails for marches, but I did use 2 of the rails a little bit extended to make my clothesline. So I'll put my wheelbarrow there. Again, I think I will come back and stitch that with red. But just so you understand what I've got going on my beautiful little month project here. Okay, here, and then we're going to need a window. Okay. Nice big window. Go that way? Which way should we have that window? I'll lower it just a little bit. There we go. I kind of like that way. Works for me. Works for me. Okay. And next week will be May and June. So we expect some brighter colors in that one. And now's a good time to, go through all your stash, get all your embellishments out. Because there's many months. You want to do something special for July, of course. And, well, most of us here in North America would like to do something special for July. Whether it be, your red, white, and blue, or your red and white, or whatever you got going on. Or whatever month is your happy month for your country. Okay. There we go. I'm liking that so far. That is getting super, super cute. Put put the little light in. I'm not sure why it was on. And then I got like buttons, and here's the other little step. I'm not sure if I want to use that one. I'm trying to think about that. You know what? I think I do. I think I do. I think I do. I think I do. Stacked yellow steps. Yeah, hopefully the microphone won't pick up, like we had to do the big boom one, so it was picking up everything, a lot of road traffic. Walt was sounding very bad, but it was just because it was so up against the machine. He had no issue but to be loud. So we're happy that the other one has come, and things will get a little quieter. Thanks for hanging in. All right, and you can put another window here. Like I said, I'm going to put my little button down here as a wheel for the wheelbarrow. I think that'll look cute, and do a little bit of zigzag for handles and a little post for the resting spot for the back of it. I think that'll be a lot of fun to put together. So remember, this is a free pattern from HGTV. This is a UFO 17 years later that I'm trying to finish up. I did get it started, which is the one you see behind me, but I have none of that creamy fabric left over, so there's no point in trying to continue it from there. So I'm starting fresh with all the same backgrounds, making the houses stand out as much as possible. And I do have lots of beads and sequins and so on and so forth that I've embellished Christmas quilts with, and just fun things like Claire's wall hanging, and lots of fun stuff. So follow along if you want. It'll be fun to see your projects in the Mama Pop Quilt Shop Mafia group. And if you're interested in joining, all you have to do is answer 3 questions. Don't invite people because we don't allow them in. You have to answer the questions. So it's not rocket science, and it's not that hard. So hope to see you there. Take care, and you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow on the new project. Okay, on the live stream, 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, see you later, guys. Enjoy. Here's March, and here's April. Mine's the button. There we go. Actually, I should probably go in this sequence. I think I did that wrong the last time. There you go. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.